beautiful weirdo, Charlotte here. Welcome back to Pretty Scary and another one of my 31 days for Halloween. We are nearing the end of this very, very amazing but very, very knackering ride. I am so tired I can barely think straight today. So please bear with me. Anyway, today I am filming a female Cenobite from the film Hellraiser, an iconic 80s film. I'm not actually filming a complete recreation of one of the Cenobites. I am actually going to do my own version of one, so I hope you like it. And as always, Edward the Bear is hidden somewhere in the shot in a Halloween costume, so comment down below where he is and what he's wearing today. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that red subscribe button. There's a few more days till Halloween and you can look through all my tutorials and pick a look for yourself. Right, I am going to make a start. For this look, I'm repurposing the spikes that I used for my zombie queen. I'm painting them black again just to mute down the glitter on them. And I'm painting some extra spikes too. You'll see why later on in the tutorial. And to just paint the top of them and stick them into some blue tack so that they can dry. And I've previously blocked out my brows with some Prosaide and some face powder, and I'm just going over them with a thick layer of concealer just to really blank them out. So concealer and then also powder. And then going in with a good old white snazzaroo all over my face. I wanted quite a light layer, so I've kind of stippled it on quite patchily. So you want to do that too. Oh, and incidentally, you'll be seeing me do the head tilt a lot in this video. For some reason, every time I looked at the camera I tilted my head, so yeah. Anyway, just going over my eyebrows a little bit more with some more of the white paint, and then going in with Margot by Laura Mercier, my go-to shadow shade, and a fluffy brush, and then just doing a kind of a smoky eye, but not. It's not meant to be a pretty smoky eye, it's more of a hollow ghoul-like skull look. So yeah, just going over the whole eyelid with a little bit more of that Margot just to bring the whole eye together. And then starting to carve out my features with the same grey, going down my cheekbones and curving down slightly at the edges to make it look a little bit more skull-like and Cenobite-like. And then just going over with some more white body paints just to kind of mute that and blend it into the skin. And then contouring my nose and cheeks, chin even, and my jawline with that same grey. Apologies if I'm getting things wrong on this narration, I'm very, very tired. I'm feeling a little bit run down, beauts. Anyway, just going back into all those areas and shading them a little bit more. You want to kind of build up a gradient with your shading, so go in with a lighter grey and then go in with a slightly deeper grey, but not sort of blending it out as far as the lighter shade, so you get a gradient of colour. So you can see what I'm doing there, just basically going over all those areas with the darker grey that I did with the lighter grey. And I've also just created a bit of a cruel, evil smile at the edges of my mouth. I seem to be doing that a lot lately in my tutorials. Yeah, I'm just liking it for some reason. Then just cleaning off the face paint at the top of my head where the torn skin is going to be. Putting a little bit of latex over that and then going in with a long, flat, quite thin piece of cotton wool. Using a spatula and some more latex just to blend the edges down into my skin. And then just creating a flap by putting latex on both sides of that flappy bit at the top there. And kind of mushing it together with my fingers to create like a flap of skin. You see what I'm saying, beauty? You see what I'm saying? Once that is dry, we have another head tilt and then we're on to colouring. So I just took some red. I did tell you I was tired, didn't I? Some red face paint and painted in that whole area with the red face paint, funnily enough. Painted the back edge of that flap too. You want to basically make it look like your skin is peeling down from your forehead, because the Cenobites are all kind of a bit mutilated. This one's had her skin peeled for some reason. And then oh look, another tilt. And then I'm just going over the latex areas with some more white, because it does tend to come up a little bit yellow on the skin, especially against the starkness of the white that I've already put down. Double fancy head tilt. And then I'm going in with some dark red grease paint and just creating a little bit more depth in that peeled head bit and along the skin flap. Skin flap just sounds really disgusting for some reason. Another tilt. Yes. Right, then just working out where to put those spikes. If you want to know how to make this neck piece, then I will link my Zombie Queen tutorial so that you can make it if you haven't attempted the Zombie Queen one, so you don't have it to repurpose. You'll need to make it, obviously. So I just used some Prosaide on both the piece and on my neck, let it go clear so it went tacky, and stuck the piece down. And then I'm just going over the edges with some good old latex and cotton wool. Using a spatula and some more latex just to smooth that in. And then I am putting some spikes through my skin flap. So very carefully cutting a hole in the flap and sticking those spikes through that you saw me painting earlier. Then I'm also attaching some down the side of my face. I wanted to do this to kind of tie the face in with the neck piece. So just using some strips of cotton wool soaked in latex to just stick those spikes on the side of my face to make it look like they're going through the skin. I'm not quite sure what this Cenobite had done to deserve all these spikes being stuck in her, but clearly she did something evil. Right, going back in with some white face paint again to paint the edges of the latex and cotton wool around the neck piece. And then just going down and painting my body too. You will see that I've changed into a black top, which is my kind of Cenobite costume, because they tended to wear kind of sexy black outfits in the film. Well, they actually wore leather, but I didn't have any leather. And oh, excuse me, I'm feeling very run down today. And yeah, I just put some tissue along my top to protect it. Please excuse the changing light. The sun was playing up again today. And yeah, just putting a line of liquid liner just to add a little bit of definition to my eyes. I don't want to do a kind of a beauty eye, but I did feel they need a little bit of definition. So you can see I'm just highlighting, yeah, another head tilt. You can see I'm just highlighting certain areas of the face and also going over the cotton wool on those spikes now it's dried. I was just repainting the black spikes there where they got white face paint on them, and now I'm just doing a nice Cenobite hairdo. Decided to go with 2 buns, you can go with whatever you like. Pinning those into place. They're really easy to do, as you can see, and they don't need to be tidy because you know you're an undead demon creature. And then I just stuck the remaining spikes I had left through the buns to just tie in the hairdo with the makeup. And now I'm just using that same grey shadow that I used before to contour the face to go along the edge of the skin flaps. Another quick head tilt. Go along the edge of the skin flaps and also along the edges of those spikes just to kind of grunge it up a bit and create a little bit of shadow. And I'm doing the same with the neck piece, and I'm also contouring my collarbone in the same way that I contoured my face. You basically want to look a little bit gaunt and kind of pale, and yeah. You're a demon, you live in the underworld, you don't see the sun much. And just thought I'd, you know, give myself a little bit more of a cleavage as well, because like I said, the Cenobites are sexy, sort of. Doing a little bit more shading around that neck piece. And then I decided to do some shading coming up from the neck piece, almost as if the skin was kind of ruched up almost. Just blending that out with a fluffy brush and then taking some congealed blood and spreading that around the spikes. The Cenobites didn't really have any blood on them to speak of, but you know, I like a bit of blood, so I decided to throw it in there anyway. And I put some around the spikes on the face too, and around the good old skin flap, just to give it a bit more depth and a bit of a wet look. And then moving on to my favourite dark shadow shade, Deep Night by Laura Mercier. And yes, just deepening up around the eyes and all the other shadows. And I decided to do like a little bit of a kind of a teardrop type thing coming down from the centre of the bottom of the eyes, the lower eyelids even, which kind of ended up looking a little bit like a clown, but I kept it in there because I liked it. And then just doing the lips. The Cenobites actually have white lips, but I just couldn't do a look without some kind of lip, so I just have to do a lip. So I decided to do this weird kind of clown mouth, which is kind of a bit inspired by Meixsell. If you've not seen his work, look him up, he is amazing. And then I just smudged around the mouth and put some shadow around the mouth to make myself look a bit kind of, you know, rotten and demonish, and yeah, and then just did a few kind of red lines, not really sure why, but I just like the way they look. And then put some liquid lipstick, the same liquid lipstick, Cherry Skies by NYX, which is my go-to blood lipstick, and just created some blood splatters around the spikes and down the chest, and yeah. And then just highlighted the centre of the lips with some white face paint, created some little white highlights on the spikes and on the lips. Yeah. Again, a bit sort of Meixsell inspired. Some more blood, because you can never have enough blood on your flappy bits, so to speak. Highlight the boobs. Highlight the collarbones. Do a few more head tilts. Mascara and eyelash curling. False eyelashes. Quick selfie. All the best Cenobites take selfies. And then I am done. Oh, a little bit of lip gloss and then I am done. This is the finished look. I hope you like it. It kind of morphed somewhat from being a plain Cenobite to kind of being a bit of a Cenobite, Killer Clown, Meixsell inspired hybrid of some sort. But I'm really pleased with the result. I hope you like it too. If you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you spotted Edward the Misshapen Bear, then comment down below where he was and what he was wearing. And I just want to say thank you for watching this video. Thank you for all your support. It really does mean a lot. I'm loving this YouTube journey, although it's hard work and I'm so tired I can't even tell you, but I am absolutely loving it and I love you all, and I really do appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful weirdos. So I shall see you tomorrow. Bye, beauts. Or even bye, beauts.